At Repzilla, hey wish version of Johnny Bravo, if you are gonna victim shame in your crap videos, can you at least spell my name right? Oh, savior to DV victims. Repzilla didn't victim shame you. Instead, he showed you victim shaming Didi to such level where you talk to her being actively abused in a mocking manner. Truth has a way of crushing liars. It's glorious, Chantal. You're not a DV victim though, are you? You just want to play the victim because you're a narcissist. You obsessed over and stalk Nader. No DV victim would do that to the person who abused them. You're not a DV victim. You would be taking whatever Nader was serving up with a smile right now if he called you over. Sis, you couldn't take accountability if you ordered it off DoorDash and it was left by your front porch. I discovered Repzilla because of this drama, and I'm glad I did. Thanks, Chantal, for spreading the word. You talk real talk in these community tabs, but you sure will wilt like a flower in person. You gave FFG nothing but praises in person. Where was that tough talk then? He showed you how you victim shamed Didi, and your problem is that he's picking on you? Girl, the problem is not your body. The problem is that your brain is fried. Him smacking you upside the head at the trap house while you were both blitz on does not make you a battered woman, Chantal. What a disgusting thing to say. You need help. Truth hurts. It is pretty disgusting of Chantal to claim abuse. I agree. Chantal needs serious mental help. Saying you're a victim 25 times a day doesn't make you a victim. Victims don't drive for 2 hours to go see their abuser with weed and coffee care package. Get the F out of here. The timing of Repzilla's video release is great. It is right after payday. Chantal is clearly loaded up on concoctions of hard drugs. She is tweaking out 24 hours. The rage fest is free flowing. All you had to do was to be an adult, take accountability, and own the fact that you platformed Nader. That was it. One simple gesture. But here we are. Was it worth it? To have people view you the way they do? You can't victim shame someone who isn't a victim. If you were a DV victim, then why do you meet up with random guys in hotels? Surely someone who has been through so called trauma would be terrified of doing this. Something doesn't add up at all, does it, Chantal? Daily reminder, he never love bombed you. He never claimed you. He was the one to cut off contact with you. You were the needy beggar, the desperate ring buyer, and you continued to be the stalker. I literally made the account, helped him set up his AdSense, requested the pin for his AdSense, put the pin in when it came, edited all of every single video that's recorded on there. I edited it and filmed. And the majority of his audience is my fan base. So where did you make your own channel? I'm still watching the video now, but there is a large section of him showing how Nader would emotionally hurt you and give you drugs. Isn't that what you were complaining about that Repsion didn't do? Stop calling yourself a DV victim. You insult every real victim each time you do. Rage, please. Save it for the morning, though. Repzilla has an entire section dedicated to your victim shaming DD, so I don't think you have any room to talk. I really think I'm gonna make my own video soon. A video with some actual logic, experience in all aspects of this situation, and not be picking any side. Anyone can have an opinion, but if you truly know, then a lot of things are a much different perspective. Not gonna lie, which version of Johnny Bravo made me laugh? DV victims do not chase, stalk, or beg their abusers for sex. You wish version of Cartman. I am pretty sure they also would not go to a motel to meet some stranger who doesn't even speak the same language. You clearly have no actual clue. Keep your mouth shut. You can hate her all you want and not understand her, but don't try to say that all DV victims do. It's not cut and dry. Shame on you. This is gross. His video was so off about you. Keep your head up. You're joking. Those clips in his videos was the beast talking and shaming people. You need serious help if you think she is the victim of anything. The way you think you're clowning people is so cringe. Like a 13-year-old. Grow up. Love you calling him out. I wish people would actually look into this past. You're not a victim. You have victims. Chantal is being called out for her awful behavior. Have you heard her trashing Didi's appearance? Early on, she was suggesting Didi was a man and ran with that theory. All of that was done out of spite and jealousy. Her VIBs joined in, laughed and ridiculed that woman. If that's not awful behavior, I don't know what is. So when she is called out about it, your suggestion is to look at that person's life? How about to do an inventory of her behavior? Take accountability. After all, even the clothing boutique turned away from her due to the stench of her behavior online. You really don't know what's going on, and it shows. He has made several comprehensive videos addressing any drama shade concerning him. None of this negates the fact that Nader is a violent, abusive predator, does it? Olivia, you must be new or just overlooking Chantal's bad behavior and the things she has said and done in the past. Maybe it's you just don't want to be blocked because you love to be a part of that hug box. You must be like Chantal if you think the behavior and the things she says to and about others is fine. Dude was a whiny nobody when I first heard of him. Wasn't he involved in something with Keemstar or I forgot the name? This is how irrelevant these people are to me. Why isn't YouTube taking him down? I agree. Nader is the epitome of shit. I don't know why Chantal is being blamed when she's not in charge. She was under his spell in the beginning. Lol. I think people think you're thinking about Rep. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Nader though, 'cause that's the only thing that makes sense. She wasn't under his spell. She was a willing participant. She wasn't manipulated by someone else. She chose to continue to waddle back to him continually, and that wasn't because she was captive. She would waddle back to him right now if he would take her. Stop making excuses for abhorrent, repugnant, disgusting behavior. This is neither the reason nor true. Notice if Chantal goes into here tirades of rage and hatred, she almost always says, I can't forget what they did to me. Didi is always included in these rants if she does not directly insult Didi for a change. Rarely the wife beater himself is a target of her preschool insults. If he would be so horrible and abusive towards her, like she wants us to believe, he is, but that's another point. Why does she still contact him? Still under his spell? She's no victim at all. She just wants to stay interesting and keep his diva story updated so people continue to watch. Also, Repzilla is trash. Luckily, I am in the position to dislike all of these ridiculous clowns. Under his spell? You must be joking. The only spell she was under was whatever drugs he was getting with her money. And they're all exactly like Foodie. The paying enablers turn on and trash each other constantly, just like Foodie does with them. It's hilarious that these hypocrites accuse the comment section of being toxic. These confused women have no idea what they're talking about. Clearly. It takes one to know one. I've never seen someone want to be a DV victim and be outright jealous of the other woman who is a DV victim. I mean, what the fuck is going on in your head? Not a victim at all. You were a volunteer. Chantal, you're not a DV victim. You have stalk Nader, even considering going to live in the same area as he lives. He showed a picture of your car outside his even turning up drunk, driving. To his, that is not a DV victim. Chantal, you meet strangers at hotels or disused car parks in the dark. No DV victim would ever do that. Yet you do. You played this for content and making a mockery of all DV survivors for views and money. You know why you are refusing to get evaluated? Because there ain't no PTSD in there, but some hard truths to face. And what you did ever face anything tough without fighting tooth and nail to ignore it? You just love playing that poor me card, don't you? Everyone is always picking on you, and you do nothing wrong. Give me a break. Chantal, manipulating your horrible experience and to use it to shut other people up is abusive in itself. So you are still on your own merry-go-round of self-loathing, inflicting your pain on others. You're almost 40. Find some accountability. Get over yourself, Chantal. You are a perfect example of a victim who has victims. No one is a bigger victim than you, Chantal. You are not a victim. You are a tragedy. You victim shame as well. You're not even an abuse victim. You are the abuser. Your hypocrisy and delusion know no bounds. You are a wish version of an adult. You really need to look into what victim shaming actually is and stop using it as an excuse for everything. Victim shaming would be everyone blaming you for what he did to you, and that is not what anyone is saying. Stop the denial and simply take accountability for what you did. Also, you admitted to being abusive to him. So, does that make him the victim too, and you're shaming him? Think about that every single time you throw the word victim shaming out. No, victim shaming is also making excuses and discrediting someone's story just because they don't fit your narrative of what a DV victim is. It's not black and white, it's gray. You can still be a victim of DV and love your abuser. Want to see him, be enamored by him, act out, act crazy, want to be with him, etc., etc., etc. But my point, taking away from her feeling of being abuser and a victim just because she's a shitty person is absolutely ridiculous. They are two different things. It's pretty simple, really. But continue to hate on her to make yourself feel better.